I forgot your name, sorry, what was
Martin,
it again?
Martin Morava. Is anyone taking your details down? Because I imagine if I'm asking
Now,
you, we're going to have a load of other people
Sergeant,
asking as well.
you were doing so well.
What is that?
Well, you were polite, you're friendly, you're smiling, you're relaxed, and now you've said about details. Why would I need to give
Well,
more
you
details?
don't need to, but all I'm asking now is I could go in there now and somebody else turns around and say, there's a gentleman outside. I can turn around and say, I've spoken to this gentleman, I know who he is, I know what he's doing.
Yeah.
And I can...
Welcome back to the channel, everybody. So today I'm doing part of my revisits, as it's like the year anniversary, give or take a few days, and some of the places we want to visit have all proven to be challenging in their own way, so we're coming back just to see if attitudes have changed. The main place I'm going to shortly is the Avon and Somerset headquarters, which sorry, not Avon and Somerset, Gloucestershire headquarters, because I need to take up a few points with them over something. I'm not sure if they're going to let me in or whether I have to try and stop somebody outside, but for now we're at what was called a secret location. They don't want anybody knowing where this place is. This used to be dogs, as in the dog centre. Not sure if it still is. It looks very different to it did last time I was here. So today what we've got is lots of police vehicles, no barking, loads of scooters over the back there, electric scooters and the likes, which is something I do want to challenge them on. Mobile CCTV. So we've got lots of junk down here, fridges and bits and bobs. So we're gonna, I don't even think, now that it's change of use, not even sure. All the shutters are closed. I'm going to go around the front. It doesn't matter if we don't get anything today here, because my main objective, like I said, is up the road. So I'm just going to walk round to the front and see if we can have some interaction. So just as we approach the front of the building, I just want to say, although there's vehicles around, it's Friday afternoon, everything looks closed down as though they're all packed up for the weekend. So yeah, this is part of Phoenix House. It's all mirrored glass, so there's no point trying to see anything. There are a few cars in the car park, so we're not going to waste time here. We're going to go straight onto the headquarters, Avon and Somerset. No point filming at the back gate, because I'm actually here for a genuine reason, so we can go straight to the front. I have, since my other video on the place, found out that the building you can see in front of me now, which I wasn't sure what it was, is like a visitor centre. It's a little camera for recording. I'm a YouTuber, so I basically film stuff and tell stories.
Oh, right.
So,
I thought you were doing the version of that.
Oh no,
thing.
Google. Yeah, it's a Compass House. It's a visitor's place, and apparently solicitors come here and meet people in custody. Some people have told me that there are typical UPS driving like Sterling Moss. Oh dear, curbed it as well as he went round the corner. Jesus. Yeah, what was I saying? So some people say there are some cells in this section, or custody suites, for when they're waiting to see the solicitors, briefs, barristers, whatever it is that are coming to see them. And also it's used apparently for immigration locally. So we are on CCTV, and as I get to this bit of the road it's going to get noisy, so I'll pick it up at the front. We're just approaching Gloucestershire Constabulary now, so I think I've got a buzz to come in.
Right.
Hello mate, you alright?
You okay?
Yeah, I want to speak to reception. Is it alright to go in?
Yeah.
Yeah?
You have to open the door closed before it.
No worries. Thank you. Cheers. Oh, God, it's cold. These actual doors to close behind you. All good. Right. Oh. Can't see me looking. Ah. Well, when they said you just got to wait for the doors to close, is it possible to speak to somebody that can give me information for contacting the Sabrina Centre?
What's it? Is it with some type of training or something? Or?
Well, it is. Let me tell you the full story. So I went down there filming, and I spoke to two lovely instructors, and they said you can come back and film us when we're doing dog training, horse training, that sort of stuff. And I've tried contacting them and they don't get back to me. And then when I went back down the other day, one of the lovely officers down there said, go up to HQ, ask to speak to somebody, and because I can't work out why they're not getting back to me, because they've offered me a ride out and everything. So yeah.
Did you say they've offered you like a ride along type thing as well?
They have offered me a ride along. I've heard nothing yet, because what with COVID I wasn't sure when it was starting up again. So that's a secondary thing I'd like to speak about. But it's mainly getting down there, because they even offered me a chance to join in, take part in the riot training and stuff, which I'd love to do, because I do wear a body cam. It's not on at the moment, and I'd love to film it. I said you can then use the footage on your website or something, God, it's cold out there. Sorry, I missed that again. No, this is a sports body cam. In fact, it's playing up now. It won't even turn off for some reason. But that's why I've covered it up, because, Yeah, I don't like GoPros.
Like a name or so, or if
It's two of the instructors. They're both sergeants down there. One's a male, one's a female.
Okay.
And when I was passing, I just thought, you know what, while I'm here, because I saw you had a funfair ride, I was going to have a look at that as well.
Oh, I was yesterday today.
Yeah, and they've already gone. It's not that much warmer in here, really, is it?
It's just because it's so high.
I was going to say, big space to, yeah.
In the summer, it's like a greenhouse with
Yes.
space inside.
Yeah.
All the glass front, absolutely floors, nothing opens. And the winter, it's the opposite way. If I get the email address of the woman who does actually, she's a conference and training assistant.
Right.
She's based in Sabrina. I'll give her a
Just tell me her name, because I'm...
Stephanie Chan.
Oh no, they didn't give me that one, so that's okay. Brilliant.
Try her.
Yep.
And hopefully she'll be able to get tapped back.
Excellent. Because I said to the two young bobbies that they've only been out of training about 8 weeks or something, and I said to them, I'm getting the impression that they don't want us to build that bridge and show them in a good light, you know what I mean?
Well, we do have, just to share, I think it's the filming, actually I just talked to Andy about it then, the film, like the after hours type thing, that after dark, that they film all around
Yeah.
the scarf.
Yeah.
We'll come back, come see us, come see what we do. 'Cause we're
Exactly.
actually-
Yeah. Well, I'm hoping that next year now there'll be another open day.
Yes.
Because of course they were all stopped because of COVID, weren't they? Brilliant.
We did plan to have one in September, and something kind of got in the way of things.
Yeah. Finances, I think.
No.
No?
It was the weekend of the Queen's funeral.
Yeah. That was a shame, wasn't it? You don't want an open day on a weekend like that.
So it was supposed to be the Saturday, and it was a funeral on the Monday.
Right.
So we were actually, everything was all geared up,
Yeah.
everything was ready to go.
Yeah.
And unfortunately it got pulled.
So have they got a date for next year yet?
They normally do they're looking at either doing one in the spring, if not. The problem is the logistics of getting it all organised.
Of course, yeah.
If not, it will probably be the same weekend again, so it'll be roughly the 18th, 19th of September.
Right, okay.
But they do try and book it for that.
Because I've also noticed they're not really updating the website, either the Commissioner's website or the Gloucestershire Constabulary. There's very few posts going up at the moment,
Okay, I mean,
which is how we like to follow what's going on, you know.
yeah, I know they do put quite a lot of stuff on Twitter as well.
Yeah, I don't do Twitter, you see, I'm an old git.
I know because on like the internet side of things, so the internal
Yes,
side, we always
yeah.
have like the updates on Twitter come up quite a lot, and like,
Sure.
SSOs are always on there as well, and they're all doing things.
Fair play.
Like I said, for Serena-wise, try Stephanie.
Yep.
Like I said, that's the contact I always use for them.
Just out of interest, has she got a phone number? Because I actually like to...
direct one.
No?
No,
Right.
no, it's just like the internal one.
Yeah, it's just that, I mean, I've sent probably now 6 different emails, spoken to 7 different people down there.
Okay.
And I don't know, it's like it's a top secret thing, and yet it's done in the open. It's just taking a chance on getting down there on the right day, you know.
It's getting the right person as well.
Yeah.
If she isn't, I'm sorry. Hopefully she'll
Hey,
be in touch with
I'll
you.
give her a week or so. If not, what I'll do is I'll go back down there and I'll plot up outside the front door.
When you said like the ride on spot,
Yes.
that organised them, I did actually see them this morning,
Right.
but they're organised in the fun fair thing.
Yes.
They're organising for all that as well, so it's like one of the big charities that come through and
Yeah.
we help out with them.
Yeah.
So I know they are.
Have you got a contact for them, or can I get to them through the website?
Yeah, through the website. So they,
Because I want to jack up this ride along at some stage, because I need to know what I'm going to be able to do, what I'm not allowed to do, that sort of stuff. Okay, yeah, thank you. Very, very friendly gentleman, gotta say. There's a picture of Her Majesty the Queen. So yeah, A to B taxis. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Hiya. It's cold out there, mind.
Oh, I know, it's definitely changing, isn't it?
Actually, I might as well park my bum for a second. Oh, just as I sat down.
Yeah, no, it's come with me. It's easy.
Okay. Yeah, these are a bit of a pain, aren't they?
Yeah, right. Remembrance of COVID still.
Of course.
Yeah. It is the ride along scheme. It's on the website.
Yeah.
If you do email them,
Yeah.
they should be in touch. They'll be
Brilliant.
able to get you in touch with your local help desk, who then and they'll organise what you can and what you can't do.
I mean, the trouble is we're not seeing the uniformed guys on the streets like we used to. We see them drive by, obviously, but we don't very often see them on foot, do we?
Yeah.
So,
like I said, go through the website. It is,
Yeah.
it is like the ride along scheme.
Yes.
It's findable. If you've gone through it before, get in touch.
I haven't actually gone through the process. I've only spoken to police officers, and they said, "Yeah, come along, get it jacked up." And then I've obviously had to try and look at my calendar and stuff. And I've had time off for an operation and things, so I'm just getting back to normal now.
Yeah,
So,
go for them.
Brilliant.
They are active things. I have seen people come and do things with
Yeah.
things, so it is going ahead with things. Try that, and like I said, try Stephanie, and she
Brilliant.
should be able to be in contact.
Excellent. Thanks for your help. Thank you. Excuse me, guys. Cheers. Thank you. Have I got a press again? I think so. Yep. There we go. And then that one I'll have to close. Yeah, so obviously once that one's closed behind me, this one will open, hopefully. Oh, push the button again. Okay, we're out. So yeah, I understand they've had a fun fair up here, which I was hoping to catch as well, but apparently I've missed it by about 3 hours. It packed up. It was a charity run event. So I've got another email to try and get hold of the Sabrina Vale Centre. So I'm going to contact them this afternoon, or this evening by the time I get home, and we'll see if we can get any success this time. If not, I think it will be escalating it to maybe complain to the Chief Constable or something. So for those that don't know then, this is Gloucestershire HQ. The usual signs you see about Gloucester Constabulary: only parking designated spaces, it's no smoking, authorised personnel only. So there's a road in and a road out. It is a tri-services centre. So over the back you've got ambulances and fire appliances. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a wander around the corner, because there is also something round there that may interest you. I won't walk across there because it isn't a recognised footpath, and I'll pick it up round the corner. So yeah, so this is Gloucestershire Emergency Services, and straight away you can see, the first sign you see is the no admittance, authorised personnel only. So since filming up here last time, private property, no public right of way, there's a few new signs been put up. So, can I just ask a question, guys? Is that all right? Because I don't want to come in, obviously. Is this all for poorly vehicles?
I can't advise on that.
I just wonder, because I can see a bent one, but the other's looking pretty good. I just wonder if it was like a repair centre.
No.
Is it top secret, is it?
No.
I'll take it that it is then. So yeah, that's unusual. Normally the Gloucestershire Constabulary are quite friendly and happy to chat, but for some reason today, no. Member of police staff probably going back in, probably won't speak. No. Not even a good afternoon or a kiss me Jacksy. As I said, normally up here they've always sort of, in this area, Gloucestershire, they've always at least spoken, you know, with a hello or a good morning. Or at least if they're not opening their window to speak, they smile. So they don't seem too bothered. So we're just back round the front, and sod's law. As I turned the camera off to save battery power, an interceptor came out, blue lights, and shot off down the road. And I've got to say, if he's just picked that up from the repair place, it needs to go back in, because I've never seen so much crap come out the tailpipe of a police car in my life. So we got a guy going in with his lunch by the look of it. So don't know what direction they're coming from. I don't know if this is like a restroom type area, or whether it's something else. Hello matey, is that a restroom for you guys? Is it in there?
What's that, sorry?
Is that like a restroom for you guys?
No, that's our response building at the moment.
Oh, is it?
So,
right.
Yeah, so Gloucester Response, like, well, local policing as we're called at the moment.
Right,
based
okay.
out of it.
Nice and quiet at the moment?
Up and down, we share the building, it's Fire's building.
Right,
it's our
gotcha.
control room as well. So.
Yeah, because I saw it was a tri-services, so...
yeah, there's quite a lot of us there,
yeah.
really, so it's...
oh well,
yeah,
stay safe, keep being polite to
Thank you very
people,
much.
and
Take care of yourself, mate.
have a
Take
good
care.
weekend, yeah?
You too, mate.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.
I'm just going to say to my camera, that's the normal response from Gloucester Constabulary.
Oh.
It's always fairly pleasant.
Oh, yeah, just a friendly little rural...
Well, I think what it is, it comes, I don't want to stop you on your break, but it comes down from your Chief Constable, doesn't it? You know, I said it comes down from your Chief Constable.
Yeah, oh yeah,
you know,
yeah, Chief Constable Rod Hanson, he's a really nice guy,
yeah.
to be fair.
In fact, I wonder if you can help me.
Yeah?
Because I've been into the reception. I'm trying to get down to the Sabrina Centre to do some
Sabrina?
filming when they're training.
Oh, it's down by...
Oh no, I've been there.
Barnsley Way. Oh,
yeah, but they're not responding to my requests, even though I spoke to staff, and they want me to go down.
Oh,
and I've
okay.
said anything, because I want to take part in the riot training.
Yeah.
I said
Oh,
anything
okay,
I
so
take,
public
you
order
can have
training.
unedited and use it, or anything I want to put online, you can check it first to make sure you're happy with everything. Because you don't want to catch a young Bobby making a balls up. You know what I mean?
Oh, no, we do plenty of that.
So I've just been in there to get another email address, because they've not been responding, and I thought, is that because you don't want the public to know what's going on, even though it's
absolutely
open?
No idea. I'm nothing to do with our learning and
But the question I was going to ask you,
Yeah.
sorry to speak over you,
no, it's fine.
was, because I don't want to stop you,
Oh no.
ride-alongs, it's
You can
called.
apply
isn't
for those for our website.
Through the website?
Yeah, so on our Gloucester Constabulary website, I don't because normally quite a lot of ride-alongs come out with me for the experience.
Ah, right, okay.
There's like specific people that they normally put you with on shift. There's a couple of different.
In that case, I've got a couple more questions, because obviously I'd like to film.
Filming, I have absolutely no idea.
Because you
about,
see the TV programs,
which should
but
be
I want
another
some.
one coming out in the next couple
Yeah,
of months.
I want some guidelines of what I'd be allowed to film and when I'd need to turn it off, because
I
obviously.
would not have that. That would be
No?
for our press office on that.
Right,
one.
okay.
So I think on the Gloucester Constabulary website there should be a section on there that
Yeah.
says about ride-alongs, and you can apply for it.
Which is
I
what
think
I'm going to
I think
do
it's
this
like an
weekend.
online form.
Because they are back on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah. Look, I've
Yeah.
had like 5 people out with me since.
Have you really?
For the last year now. So yeah, there's a few.
Right, so
Still a few coming
without
up.
giving too much away, are they like professional people,
No,
or are they
no,
just members of the public?
There's been 2 from the control room. I just
Right.
wanted to see what it was like.
Of course.
I've had one from over there that was working in like our sort of diversity team,
Yeah.
police. I think a civilian role.
Right.
And then I've had 2 that are out. One was he was like an electrician, just wanted to see what it was
Brilliant.
like, and the other one was
Yeah.
I think a teacher at a school.
So you can go and tell the
anybody
kids.
can apply for it.
Yeah.
I always tell my
Yeah, obviously my
family to
angle
go
is,
for it.
will I be allowed to film, and what would I be allowed
Yeah,
to film?
I
So
wouldn't
I'll
have
ask,
any
I'll
idea
ask the
about
press
that.
office. And
Yeah.
anyway,
Yeah, it was
listen,
just
don't
a-
let me keep you. Thank you for that.
Take
Sorry,
care
what was your
yourself.
name?
PC Frost.
What's your first
Chase.
name?
Chase.
Chase.
First name.
Chase.
Chase.
Good name for a Bobby.
I get it either way. I'm either Chase from Paw Patrol or I'm.
I've never
Detective
seen that, so-
From the, so it's
Well,
one-
listen, stay
yeah.
safe, buddy. Yeah,
Take care of yourself, mate.
and you, mate. Take care. So yeah, watch any updates on the application for the ride along, and I'll see what they're going to let me do. And obviously the open day, when it comes up, I'm going to get up here and give you guys as much footage as possible from, you know, not so much behind the scenes, but you know what they do, how they interact with people on open days and stuff. Yeah, so I've got a good few things planned. It's just what the restrictions are on the filming aspect. So another 10 minutes possibly. Try and catch some blues. If not, we're going to call it a day from up here.
You alright, mate?
I'm good, mate. How are you?
I just came in to find out who just had a phone call. So someone rang me to say that someone's recording with a camera recording
Right.
outside the front of our building. I thought, alright, tried to catch you on camera, and I thought, well, you're just out of. I
I
can
was
see the
going
back
to
of
say,
your foot.
I saw that one move.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause you weren't
it's
there.
on the corner there, yeah.
Yeah, you weren't there when I said to your mate what I was doing. So
No.
yeah, what I do is I do YouTube videos.
Right.
You've probably seen some.
I
Have you
don't-
not?
No, I don't
Oh,
use
right,
YouTube.
okay.
I don't use a lot of social media.
There's lots and lots of people that video police
Are you
stations.
videoing at the moment?
I've got it on, yeah. I'm just waiting. I could turn it off actually in a second. I just want to, because I've just seen somebody go into a
Just while I'm
car.
talking to you, 'cause I don't want to do that.
And what it is, people like to watch it. They like to see how the police interact. I'm very impressed with Gloucestershire. They've always been pretty good. Apart from one Bobby last week, firearms was a bit bullyish. Makes himself look silly. And obviously I've just been talking to a young Bobby called Chase, great name for a Bobby, about a ride along scheme like I spoke with your colleague about.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to people are interested in what I'm hoping for is to catch a car going out on blues. As I left round the corner, I missed one.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's all I do.
But they've given you the authorization to do it.
No, that's a good question because you're
I'm just security.
Mobius Security. I've
Yeah,
never heard of
yeah,
Mobius. So
no,
yeah,
well-
so it's a great question because
Is it recording still? Or is it?
yeah, no, I'm recording voice, not your face.
I'd rather it be off me with me because.
I'll tell you why I do it. It's for my protection and it's for your protection because you could say I've said something or done something.
Yeah.
I could say the same. So it's the witness that never lies. So it's nothing to worry about. So what it is basically, as long as you don't pass any barriers, any, you know, I mean, that's unlocked. I could if I wanted to go in. I don't want to. It's quite clearly marked.
Yes.
As I said, I had a good chat with a young Bobby there. A lot of them are happy to interact. And I put it online, people watch it, and when they get to the adverts, we get paid. Not a huge amount, buys a coffee and a bread roll. And yeah, people like it. That's why I want to do the Sabrina Centre again and take part in some stuff down there. And yeah, just show Gloucester Constabulary in a good light. As I said, I've only ever had one or two, but one was last year. The majority of people I come across, both civvies and coppers, are polite and friendly and willing to give me as much information as they can. Obviously they can't tell me everything. Yeah, I'm probably going to give it another 10 minutes. If I don't get any blue lights, I'm off. You know, it's Friday, isn't it? The weekend starts here.
That's tomorrow.
You know,
tomorrow night.
Always starts on a Friday for me. So yeah, that's all it is, mate. So
No, that's fine, mate. No worries.
yeah, I mean they don't
We just
normally,
got asked about it.
of course.
Someone rang us and said, "Oh, someone's
Yeah.
videoing outside."
They don't.
The shop,
They don't
so-
normally have a problem. What some people have a problem with is civilian staff or private cars. I don't tend to catch private cars. I don't need to. I'm here for the blue lights, you know. And the trouble is, I'm aware here that you've got several exits. So you know, depending where they're parked, they could well go out the back, for instance. So yeah, so people like this going home, don't bother me at all. I always turn the camera away if it's recording. No worries with them whatsoever. If it's a marked car, that's what I want. Because also I do stills from it as well, and people like to see that as well. Upload them to different formats, you know. I especially like to look at the broken ones, but they've hidden the really bad broken one around there. It's had a right front end crash, but it's hidden, and of course I can't go in to get a picture, and they wouldn't let me. I did ask them, but yeah, so that's it, mate. So
No, that's fine.
you know,
No worries.
no worries. You take care,
Thank
yeah?
you.
No worries. And thank your mate again for being so helpful.
Yeah, no worries. Okay.
Take care, bud.
Okay.
If you've got any questions, by the way, I'm happy to tell you.
Oh, sorry.
No, I just wondered, because sometimes people want to know what the crack is.
We're just literally waiting to get some.
Yeah, it's a bit cold to be hanging about. It's a bit cold to be hanging about.
Afternoon, sir.
Hello, young man.
I'm a sergeant here, Martin Morava.
Well done.
Just wondering what you're doing here, filming cars and in and out, coming out the car
Right,
park.
actually, just to correct you on
Yeah.
something, because facts are very important.
Yeah, that's fine.
I don't film civvy cars.
Okay.
I only put that on when I saw you coming to
Right,
me.
okay.
Although if you'd have walked by, I'd have had to turn it back
So,
on.
you're recording the fleet cars when they're coming in. and out
I'm
of there?
waiting, hopefully, because I've been in your front office asking about Ride Along and Sabrina Centre, because I want to go down there and do some filming when you're doing your training and
Oh,
stuff.
right, okay.
That's proven to be a difficult thing to get through to, because they don't answer their emails, but you can't get a phone number. I've been down 4 times, spoke to a couple of really good sergeants down there,
Okay.
but the civvy staff are not good.
Right. Okay.
Trying to build bridges, you know, because let's be honest, you're not looked at in the best light in a lot of civilians' eyes.
Right,
Although
okay.
Gloucestershire, I've got to say, I think are pretty damn good.
Okay.
I had a firearms Bobby last week who was a bit of a bully, but hey, you know, they don't know what they're going to find when they come, same as you guys. So yeah, I film interactions. I've just spoken to a young Bobby called Chase, can't remember his
Frost.
surname, youngish
Yeah, Frost,
guy,
I think it is.
does a lot of ride outs, trying to get some info of whether I'd be able to film, what I could film,
Right,
because
okay.
obviously you see the TV programs
Yeah, yeah.
and you see them filming everything, but they
Sure.
blur faces. We can do that as well, because I want to do that fairly soon, because with COVID it stopped. Yeah, so that's it really. But I
is
want
it-
blue lights.
Are you working for a company or something?
No,
Or
I'm
is
working
it-
for
is
me.
it some
It's a
some
hobby.
independent thing?
It's a hobby.
Right,
Something I
okay.
do when I've
Yeah.
got time, rather than sit at home and twiddle me bits and bobs. Get out and do something.
Right.
If people watch my content, which quite a few do, if they get to the adverts and don't skip them too often, we get
You
paid.
get some income,
Small
some
amount,
revenue. Yeah,
small
yeah.
amount.
Yeah, I'm
it,
with you.
it normally buys a coffee, maybe a sandwich at lunchtime, sometimes an evening meal on the way home. But it gets me out and about, and I love talking to people.
Yeah, sure.
So, you know, and you were very professional.
Thank you.
Came up. I didn't even look at the ID cards because when people are like that, I don't need to.
No, that's fine.
It's normally when they're a bit boisterous, shall we
No
say,
worries.
for a kind word.
No
So
worries.
how long you been in? Sorry, go on.
So how long have I been in? 20, just coming out of 23 years now.
Right, okay, because I spoke to, I can't remember his name, terrible names. There was a sergeant up here, this is back in the summer, who was just going to retire.
Right, okay.
Ex-Navy guy. So you probably know him, but, and I said to him, we don't want to lose bobbies like you.
Crook, I reckon. Where's he in Crook? Crookie.
That's it, Crook.
Yeah, I know him, yeah.
We don't want to lose bobbies like you because, let's be honest, in a lot of constabularies around the country, it's the old ones that are keeping the youngsters in line. In Yorkshire, places like that, they're really abusing their powers. The Met is a nightmare for it. It really is. I don't know if you watch any YouTube channel. Get on and watch some when it's the Met. You would be ashamed of them. You know, your colleagues in arms, so to speak. They let the police force down up there, something from it.
So what's your YouTube channel then?
I
Where
can't
would
tell
I
you that,
find
I'm
you?
afraid,
You're not
because
going to tell me?
no, what it is, we get a lot of hate.
Right, okay.
You know, keyboard warriors that want to threaten to come. Where are you going next? I'll come and beat you up and all this stuff. So what I would say to you is, if you're looking at YouTube, the thumbnail will probably be the building.
Right, okay.
Just search. Be a detective.
I'll have a look.
Because I don't hide it, but if I just give it out on this, I don't like to edit too much, so that's why I turn off in between interactions and turn it on, and it's for your protection and mine.
Yeah.
You know, a bit like when you wear body cams. You know, it's there for your protection, but also so that if anything goes wrong, you know you've done it right, and the powers that be can watch your videos and see you've done everything correct. I'm nearly dropping that now. So yeah, so that's all it is. But I forgot your name. Sorry, what was it again?
Martin Morava. Is anyone taking your details down? Because I imagine if I'm asking
Now,
you, we're going
Sergeant-
to have a load of other people asking
Sergeant,
as well.
you were doing so well.
What is that?
Well, you were polite, you're friendly, you're smiling, you're relaxed, and now you've said about details. Why would I need to give
Well,
more
you don't
details?
need to. But all I'm asking now is I could go in there now and somebody else turns around and say, there's a gentleman outside. I can turn around and say, I've spoken to this gentleman, I know who he is, I know what he's doing,
Yeah.
and I can explain it to him.
With all fairness to you, and I don't want to be awkward
That's
because you've
fine.
been lovely, the cameras everywhere. This is a wonderful face, I don't hide it. They know I'm here, I've spoken to security in
Yeah.
there. They've also been back out because they had a phone call.
Got you.
I know there's a concern of people with private cars, because if I'm just like that and it's not on, they wouldn't know that.
No.
That's why I'm always happy to talk to you and tell you what I'm doing. I've got nothing to hide, but I'm not going to give you me details unless you suspect me of committing a crime.
No.
Our viewers got it right that time. And that's the only reason.
No problem at all.
And I haven't got a drone in my bag, so I'm not taking a drone up or anything. I leave that to my skilled colleagues within the circles that we mix in. So
Okay, so I'll leave you to it. We didn't get too cold.
well, I'm
It's
giving
a
it
fresh
another
one today.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
If I don't get blues, I'm going home. Because I was just filming around the back. To answer this, because the guy around there was a little bit off, which I thought was a bit strange, because I clearly wasn't going over the threshold. Is that just for broken cars?
Which one?
The one round the corner here. There's a really bent up car.
We got
There's a couple of
Yeah, we
ambulances.
got Fleet Workshop on that round here.
So that's
on
where the
site,
repairs
yeah.
are done.
Yeah.
That's all I wanted to know. And it's like I said, oh, is it top secret? You know, it's not as though I'm going to break in and nick a broken down
You
police
also
car.
you probably won't get many blue lights we stood here either, because you won't tend to get many people responding from this side of this building.
Did they go out the back?
They'll come out from the other exit.
Oh right. Well, that's handy. But if I walk up there and give that 5
your
minutes
best bet is probably, it sounds stupid, probably standing on the other side of the road where that gentleman
And try
is
and get-
and face it that
Yeah.
way, and you'll probably see him coming out.
Now listen, I want to ask your permission for this because normally I would walk round. Can I cut through this one?
I don't think you can, to be honest with you.
Well, it is open.
I'm not sure.
It's just that it's not a recognised footpath. Because that's the exit you mean, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you, I prefer it if you walk round
No,
the front
that's
in front,
fine.
if that's all
That's
right.
why I asked.
All right, no problems.
Hey,
at
no
all.
worries. You stay safe. You just starting shift, huh?
I'm halfway through.
Let's hope it's a peaceful one. Cheers, Sarge.